Hello, beautiful, vibrant souls. I took the opportunity on this gorgeous, sunshine filled day to go catch some fresh air because, despite the fact that I have a long to do list, I still deserve to get outside and stretch my body and breathe and think and just relax, just as you do. So, I highly encourage you to do that. And in fact, the cards are kind of leaning into that a little bit today, too. Not only do we have our hanged man, you need to do a little bit of introspection. You need to reevaluate what matters to you and what's important to you. And we're not talking about what anybody thinks about it. We're talking about what do you think about it. As a matter of fact, we're going in hard on the Seven of Cups because what they think doesn't matter. It never has. It never has. People have wild expectations of you. You're supposed to fit in a pretty little box. You're supposed to do exactly what you've always done. And the reality is, we are not supposed to stay the same our whole lives. Like, fundamentally, who we are at our core, that's going to be revealed with time and experience. It's not who you started at with this little tiny bundle of childhood glee. You did start with some very like natural characteristics of who you are. And then we were immediately put into an environment where you were dependent upon your caretakers to help you figure out how to be. And then once you become an adult and you're free from that, now it's your job to unravel all those layers and figure out, well, who am I really? Who do I want to be? Who can I become? And it feels like you went off track a little bit and now you're afraid to change course. You're afraid to change direction because what are people going to think? What are they going to say? Oh, you wasted your time, your money, your energy. Why'd you do all that? You threw it away. It's not going to like immediately turn into this massive success where you're going to be like, haha, I told you so. This is going to be something that develops where 10 years down the road, they're going to be like, wow, if you hadn't have done that, your life would be so different today. And it's such a good thing that you were brave enough to do that, to make that change. Because that's the reality of it. It takes bravery to go within, deep within, and really figure out who you are and what you want to be. And then it takes a lot of bravery to look out for yourself against all odds. Don't put yourself into situations where others have opinions about your life. Shut the door. You got thinking to do. Do that thinking. We have patience, we have right track, and we have guardian angels. And so there is no doubt who this is about. If you caught those words immediately and were like, oh, is this about me? It probably is. So, have you ever been in a situation where you just meet a person or you run into a person that changes the way you think, changes how you feel about the day? Those little tiny micro interactions with people, those are guardian angels too. Those are the angels on earth. Because maybe you were feeling a certain kind of way and you weren't going to go and do a certain thing later in the day because you weren't really vibing, you weren't really feeling it, but you just happened to stop somewhere. Maybe you were just stopping to get a coffee, and this interaction with this person just changed everything for you. Changed everything in just an instant, that micro interaction. And then you did go forth and continue what you originally intended to do because all of a sudden now you have the energy. Those are guardian angels too. Guardian angels are also the ones that give us those little nudges of intuition and those little vibes and those little feelings of maybe I should do this and maybe I shouldn't. They're the ones that make you overthink things until it's too late to act because you were supposed to. You were supposed to overthink it and miss that opportunity. That one opportunity wasn't for you. It was putting these little seeds of doubt in your mind on purpose. On the same note, these are the guardian angels are the ones that nudge you into doing something without thinking it very clearly. And you might end up in a situation you go, oh, maybe I should have thought about this clearly. No, you shouldn't. You're where you needed to be. You're where you needed to be. You're on the right track. So even though you get those moments where you're like, oh man, maybe I should have thought this out a little bit more clearly. No, 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 no. There's no need for that. All there is need for here, says these cards, is a little bit more patience and understanding that those perfect moments just keep landing in your lap, and it's not a coincidence. That's the reassurance and the guidance that you need to be comfortable with the speed that things are happening for you. This isn't a race. This is your path. This is your journey. Sometimes you do take a break. Sometimes you stop to admire the scenery. Sometimes you stop and listen to the birds. That is part of this journey as well. And we have to recognize that these are those moments when Spirit has afforded for us to rest. It says, baby, be patient. It's all coming. Just rest for a moment, breathe. Because once it gets rolling, you're not going to have time to rest, and you're not going to want time to rest. Do it now. You're fine. You're on track. Sometimes the greatest motivation for getting through those tough times are when we are able to look at how far we've come and take great pride in that. It's not egotistical to be proud of what you've accomplished. Okay. It is not. There is a type of pride that blinds someone from the work that they actually haven't put in. It blinds them from seeing the truth of the matter. It blinds them from seeing where other people have stepped up and helped them. That is ego. Pride is a very, very normal and healthy way to feel about something when you have gone above and beyond. You've put the work in, right? You've overcome things that other people couldn't even fathom. And you've done so with a real sense of being humble about what you accomplished. And all you see in the future, and when you are going through these things, is what can be. You see this absolutely beautiful outcome to these challenges that you're presented with. And then you look back at everything that you've already overcome and you go, I did that. Of course, I'm capable of continuing forward. Of course, I'm capable of reaching this place, this goal that might seem lofty to some, but not after the work I've put in. It only seems lofty to you because you don't know what level of work goes into it. And I do. And I've already shown that I can do it. And I'm going to continue to do it. And it feels good to me. It feels like this is where I belong. It feels like this is what I've been asking for. And at one point, I didn't know if it was possible, but I kind of did this one foot in front of the other and figured, if it is possible, then at some point I'll know this. So I'm just going to keep doing that. Every day I'm just going to show up and I'm just going to put the work in. And now when you look back, you realize how far you've come and you go, wow. And there's something else about this. You give the most genuine compliments to people because you see the qualities in them that you admire about yourself. And you know what it takes for those people to shine through with those qualities. So you give these compliments to others that they can carry, knowing fully that someone has seen them for who they truly are. And that's because you are those same qualities. Many blessings.